The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the courtyard. It was peaceful inside the village mosque. The air was cool and filled with the scent of old books and prayer rugs. Children sat in a circle, their eyes bright with anticipation. They were waiting for Baba Hakeem, their beloved teacher. Baba Hakeem was a man of advanced years, his beard as white as the mosque walls. His eyes, however, were bright and full of life. Baba Hakeem was known throughout the village for his wisdom. He had a gift for explaining complex ideas in simple ways. People said he had an answer for everything. Baba Hakeem entered the mosque slowly and settled onto his cushion. He smiled at the children. The children smiled back. He loved teaching them. Their eagerness to learn filled him with joy. Today, Baba Hakeem began, his voice a low rumble. We will talk about the importance of knowledge. A small hand shot up from the circle of children. It was Hassan, a boy known for his inquisitive nature. Hassan was a bright child. He loved to ask questions. Baba Hakeem, Hassan asked, why is knowledge so important? Baba Hakeem smiled. He always enjoyed Hassan's curiosity. Ah, Hassan, he said, that is a question worthy of a wise man. Let me tell you a story. The children leaned closer, their eyes wide with anticipation. They loved Baba Hakeem's stories. He had a way of transporting them to different worlds. Once upon a time, Baba Hakeem began, there was a mighty sultan. This sultan, Baba Hakeem continued, had a vast kingdom and countless riches. He paused for effect, letting the children imagine the sultan's wealth, but he was unhappy. Why was he unhappy? A young girl named Fatima asked, her brow furrowed in concern. Because, Baba Hakeem said, the sultan lacked knowledge. He had never learned to read or write. He knew nothing of history or science. One day, a renowned scholar arrived at the sultan's palace. The scholar was known for his wisdom and knowledge. He had traveled the world learning from the greatest minds. The sultan, intrigued by the scholar's reputation, invited him in. He offered the scholar gold and jewels in exchange for knowledge. Section 4. The power of experience. The scholar refused the sultan's gifts. True knowledge, he said, cannot be bought. It must be earned through study, experience, and a thirst for understanding. The sultan, humbled, asked the scholar to be his teacher. He yearned to fill the void within him. He realized that true happiness came not from wealth, but from knowledge. The scholar agreed to teach the sultan. He taught him about history, science, and the arts. He shared stories of his travels and the wisdom he had gained along the way. The sultan listened eagerly, absorbing every word. He realized that knowledge was not just about facts and figures, it was about understanding the world around him and his place in it. Section 5. Rising from Mistakes. Baba Hakeem paused, looking at the children. The sultan learned another valuable lesson, he said. He looked at each child, making sure they understood. What was that? Hassan asked, ever curious. He learned that making mistakes is a part of learning, Baba Hakeem explained. The scholar taught him not to be afraid of failure, but to learn from it. The children nodded. They knew that making mistakes could be frustrating, but they also knew that it was an important part of learning. Every mistake, Baba Hakeem continued, is an opportunity to learn and grow. It is a stepping stone on the path to knowledge. Section 6. Knowledge with kindness. Baba Hakeem smiled at the children, his eyes twinkling. The sultan, he continued, used his newfound knowledge to help his people. He built schools and libraries. He made sure that everyone in his kingdom had access to education, regardless of their social standing. Knowledge, Baba Hakeem said, his voice filled with warmth, is a gift. It should be used to make the world a better place. The children listened intently, their hearts filled with a mix of awe and inspiration. They understood the importance of knowledge. They saw how it could empower them to make a difference. Remember, my children, Baba Hakeem said, his voice soft but firm. Seek knowledge with sincerity and humility. Use it to help others, to spread kindness, and to make the world a brighter place. The sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the mosque. The children rose to their feet, their hearts brimming with newfound wisdom. They were ready to embrace the journey of learning, knowing that knowledge, coupled with kindness and strength, was the greatest gift of all.